Hello and welcome to Clutter Free, the place you want to be. My name's Jason Dombrow. I'm a professional organizer and owner of Under the Clutter here in Los Angeles, California. Since 2005, I've been helping people just like you get unstuck from their stuff and have a home worth living in. If you're serious about getting decluttered and being clutter-free in 2025, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss a thing. Like I said in previous videos, this is like the 5-star, option to be clutter-free. It's up to you how deep you want to go. You might only be a 1-star person, and that's great for you. Awesome. But I'm giving you the furthest end, and you scale how you want to do it. So the first thing to really sit with is that you don't need it, you never have, and you never will. You might even want to say it out loud. I make my clients say it out loud at least twice when I first tell them, because sometimes the vibration in your own bones releases something and it's not as scary, it's not as burdensome, it's not as frightful as it is when you know you need everything, or you think you know you need everything. So being clutter-free is not, in my method, is not a minimalist approach, and it might be. It is going to be revealing to see how you relate to your thing, to the things in your house. It is about the relationship you have to your home and what you want to experience. Some people are very clutter-free. They keep a minimalist thing, they put things away. That's the optimal level of being mastering organizing, is you know where everything goes and there's no clutter. And while I'm here, let me define clutter for you. In my method, clutter is something that distracts, that takes your attention away from an experience. So if I walk into my living room, or what I call as a community room, which I'm at the end of at the moment, I didn't want a living room, I wanted a community room. I wanted people to talk. So everything in this space is set up for community. And if it doesn't say community, I didn't put it there. If I didn't love it, I didn't put it there. But it's about creating an experience. People walk into my house and say it's very homey. I always get that messed up with homey. Homely? Homely. But the word is homey. But they walk into my house and say it feels like, very homey. And that's amazingly, what's the word? Acknowledgemental? Is that a word? I'm making up a word. It's a great acknowledgement, let's just say that. Because when I first moved into this apartment, I sat with my dog, and I sat with him, I said, Disco, that's my dog. I don't have a picture of him here, but you'll meet him soon enough. Let's make this place a home. And that's what I created. So the fact that people walk in and say it's very homey almost instantly, that is an acknowledgement to what I wanted people to experience when they walked into my home, and it's how I feel when I walk home, because it's home. Now, clutter will invade your life. You get mail, you get bombarded with packages and this, that, and the other thing. Clutter-free and staying clutter-free is an active process. It's ongoing. And you'll see what we mean as we go on this journey. But it's not, that overwhelm shouldn't be a reason to stop. It should be a reason to kind of stay ahead of it. Now, are you going to have clutter from time to time? Yes. We just explained a few examples. That is not to use as fuel against yourself to stop, or you didn't work, or didn't. No, what there is just to, as you'll find out in a later episode, return to home is what I call it. And, get back to the basics, if you will. It's have a foundation. You have to create the foundation, and then you'll know what home is. But if you don't have the foundation, you're not going to know. So, take pictures of your house before you begin. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. It's just for your own good. You don't have to post it anywhere. If you want to, I'd love to see them. Feel free to leave a comment, post your picture or whatever of your before pictures, so you can document your journey. It's not for me, it's for you. It's for your own acknowledgement of the work you're about to do. Now, I say work, but it's really play. I hope it's a very creative act because it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be playful and creative, maybe even imaginative in cases. I hope that doesn't take away from the seriousness of what you think organizing is, because I might change your mind of what organizing is, because it's not always necessarily labeling something or putting it in a box. It might be. If that makes you happy, I'm all for it. The only thing I've labeled in my house is my soap, so I know which is which. I'm forgetful of my old age, I guess. Anyway, so take pictures. Decide if you're willing to get on this journey like we did in the last video. And now, really look as if you're willing to take a good look at your house to really see what you want to create or what you want to change. But you have to just be with, like I said in episode 1, you have to be okay with how it is. Then you have to say, all right, I'm willing to change something. And then you have to be willing to know that you don't need any of it. So that's kind of giving your permission to let go of something. And then you get to create. But like I said, you can't skip any steps, so don't get ahead of me. The only thing to do is to take pictures of your house before. That's the only thing. And decide whether you're going to really be willing to go on this journey. It will get messier before it gets organized. It will. It will get like a tornado came through your house. That's what it's going to take, but it's okay. And you could even leave it like that for like a day or 2 or 3 or a week. You might not like it, but you can. Why? Because this process isn't a rush job. This is a personal process to really get your life clutter-free. If you're not living in a happy home, that's when I'm like, come on, let's go. So, if you have something to say and you don't want it public, email us at utc@clutterfree@gmail.com. If you have something to say and you are willing to have it public, leave a comment, share, and like the video, please. And again, if you haven't subscribed and this is your first video, please subscribe so you don't miss any of the future content. I'm trying to come up with it as fast as I can make it, and I really appreciate you coming along on the journey, and welcome to Clutter Free. Again, my name's Jason Dombrow, and I'll see you next time.